I have been asked to kind of show you how to do a bulk create. It's award season, right? It's coming up in a couple of months, and we're going to be printing awards for students. And so I thought that it was very timely for me to share with you how to use Canva to do a bulk create so that you can get those beautiful awards completed. So the great thing about using Canva is that, as you can see on our district employee portal, Canva is available to us at no charge. It's one of the perks of being an educator in Palm Beach County. They do provide Canva for us, and they provide, drum roll please, Adobe Express. Okay, so Adobe Express will be for a different training session or technical short. But today we are going to use Canva to create award certificates. So here we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on Canva. And then when Canva comes up, you're going to have all of these options. Now, this is not a training session on how to use Canva, even though I can provide that. Just ask. I can do whatever you want me to do. But today, we're just using this to build our certificate. So in my designs, I already have some certificates that I've built over time. But for the sake of you, in case you've never done this before and you may not have a template of a certificate, we're going to start here. So we're going to go and we're going to find just a regular. I mean, you can get fancy with it if you want. Let's use this one, okay? So we're going to take this certificate and we're going to say customize this template. So when I select customize this template, this is what is going to come up for me. And these are the areas where I am probably going to want to customize. In addition to customizing the color, the purple that we use for our school, I have these actual codes written down so that whenever I'm doing some branding for items that I'm using for our school, I make sure that I get the purple color right and I get the gold color right. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of these. These are the hex codes for Canva. So what I'm going to do is, instead of having this color, I'm going to tell it that I want to use the purple that we use at the school, and that purple is 472568. Okay. Now, once I do that, it's going to change everything that was this color to this color on my certificate. The next thing that I'm going to do, and this is not about bulk creating yet, this is about customizing my certificate so that I can add the names that I want to it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to uploads and I am going to go to logo, and it's going to bring up some of our logos that we use at our school. And I am going to pop this logo right here in the center. That is our school logo. I am going to change this color to my 472 color. This one, 472568 is the color. I'm going to change that to that color. And then I'm going to leave everything else the same. So what I'm doing right now is I am customizing my template or my certificate so that when I'm done customizing, that it looks the way that I want it to look. I'm going to put that back. Okay. Now, I may not like this, but this is not a design session. I don't want to get, start designing on you. I just want to tell you how to do the bulk create. So once I have any text here, then I can attach that to my data. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this information, and I am going to put the word for, because I want to explain on this certificate why the student is getting the certificate. Okay, so I am going to grab this line and copy it. So I'm going to just grab that line. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to bring it down here so that I can explain to this student why he is getting or she is getting this award. Okay, so then I'm going to make this just a little smaller and make sure that it's centered right there in the middle. So this is going to Richard. Okay. I am going to bring this font down. Right now it's at 83, and this is just the first and the last name. But in case we have a situation where we have a first, middle, and last name, I want to make sure that it's going to fit in this space. So I'm going to bring this out. Okay. Bring it out. All right. And then make sure that it's centered. And so even if this student has a middle name, it'll fit in on this line. Now I may want to bring this line down just a little bit, and this maybe make this a little bigger. This is just adjusting it because I did change the size of the name on the certificate. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to hold my shift key down and I'm going to select all of these, and then I'm just going to bring them down just a little bit. All right, so that looks pretty good. So Richard Sanchez is going to get this certificate, and then this line is going to be the 4. So I am going to use a different font. And then I'm going to just put in that particular for achievement. Now, it may not be for achievement. When we do the bulk create, you will see how you can substitute whatever's in this text box for whatever word you want. Okay, so I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to bring the size down. I'm going to change the font to Old Standard so that it looks kind of professional. I am going to make sure that this box can take up the line if I needed to. Okay, so I'm just going to let it go over there. That looks good to me. So I'm going to put in this area, I am going to go to position because it's not letting me grab that. So I'm going to go right down to these, and I am going to move them behind all of this wording so that I can get to this word. Okay. So I want to put this day of January. January. Okay. So this day of January. Okay. All right. And then when we do these, it'll probably be like May at that point, but we're going to move this over. And so what it's going to put here is a date. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put Dr. You can put your name. You don't, because you have to have permission to put Dr. Fuller's name. So I would just put my name as the teacher if I'm giving these internally, or, however you want to do it. And then it will be a place for me to sign there. Now, if I'm doing 400 certificates, I may not want to sign them all. So what I could do is I could put my name here in like a readable font. And then I could actually grab another text box and I could put my name like in cursive in a font that is calligraphy. Okay, so that it looks like I signed it. Okay, so I can change that to that, make that a little bigger. I don't want it to be too big. Okay, and then bring that down so it sits right here on this line. Okay. So that is if you don't have a stamp and you don't want to go through and sign all of these certificates so that it kind of looks professional. You can also, there is a way for you to, I'm going to make this even smaller. There is a way for you to sign it, and you can create your own signature that is your handwriting. But in this day and age, you may not want to do that because people are so shyster these days. So I don't know. So I can make that even smaller. So that's that. So now I have achievement. It's going to tell what he's getting the award for, what the person is getting the award for. I could change this font. You have to anything that you want to change. You have to do that before you start using the bulk create. Okay. So with that said, here's a regular looking certificate. I've customized it. I'm satisfied with it at this point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the bulk creation part of the lesson. So in Canva, when you go down to apps, okay, and you scroll down, you are going to see an app called Bulk Create. Before you can bulk create, you have to have stored your data in a spreadsheet. Okay, so let's go over and take a look at what that looks like. So I'm going to click on this, and I created a comma separated spreadsheet. So we're going to open it up. And I'm going to show you what is in this particular spreadsheet. Okay, so it's for HPA honor roll. It has the student's name. It has the school. If you want to put all of that on it, it said presented this, and the date is there, and then the signature. Okay. So when I have that prepared, I am going to make sure that when I save it to my downloads, and I save it as a CSV comma delimited file. Okay. So I'm going to save that. Okay, I'm going to say yes, replace it. It has 25 names in it. I deleted all the other names because I wanted it 24 names. I wanted it to just be a few things that I'm creating. Okay, so now I can, now that that file is created, I can go to upload data. I don't want to enter it manually. I want to upload the data. So it is going to show me this screen. I'm going to say open, and then it is going to show me the fields that can be added to this certificate. Okay, so now I'm going to go to this text box. Now that I see this on the left side, I'm going to go to this text box, move my picture. Okay, and then I'm going to go down to connect data. And the first data that I want to connect is the recognizing section. Okay, then I want to do the same thing. I want to choose connect data, and then I'm going to say the 4. Okay, then here, and I forgot to do this, which is okay. I'm just gonna copy this name over here to this side. Sorry, I forgot to put a text fill here, so I have to do that because I have to give it a place to fill in the information. Okay, so now I need to connect this data too. So because this is going to change based on my document. So I'm going to say connect data, and I'm going to say presented this. Okay. Charlotte is going to be like this on every certificate, so I don't need to connect any data for my name or my signature. Okay, once I am done and this is right for and presented this day of, I'm going to do continue. Then it's going to show me an example of each certificate, what name is going to be on each one. Now, I want you to notice that the last name is first. If you don't want that to happen like that, when you're building your data file, you have to put the first name and then the last name in order for it to go correct on your certificate. So at this point, I've checked it. It looks good to me. I'm going to say create my 24 designs. When it does that, it's going to really quickly create those designs for me, and it's going to fill in every student's name. It's going to tell me the 4. It's going to give me the date. And those were the only 3 data points that I indicated on my certificate. Now, once your certificates look good to you, everything is centered, everything is done the way you want it to do, then the last thing that you would do is you would do share, and you want to download it. You want to download it as a PDF print, okay? And then I'm going to download this. Okay. And once you download it, you can open it up and it's going to show you all of your certificates. So then you would just take this to a printer, take this file to a printer or whatever, and then you would actually print them out on certificate paper, and